So this is me. So here I'm Bjoern from Happy Town Lippstadt here. And yeah, happy to being invited by Ninja and Sarah with this talk. So hello to
Hello.
Yeah, and what is WebXDC? So I already tried a little bit. So if you think of a normal messenger, so may it be Delta Chat, may it be XMPP, may it be Bjoern, or whatever. So you have a normal chat with messages, and you can send images, you can send stickers, and so on. And what if you can also send an app? And an app is an encapsulated file that contains everything. So an index HTML plus JavaScript plus assets, style sheets, whatever. And this can be an editor, a calendar, all on, of course, games. And yeah. So this is what it is. So you have a chat shared with a group or with one person, and to say, okay, we want to organize some calendar events there. You send this calendar app to a chat, and everyone can add events to this calendar, and all can see then the events. So for an editor, so it's collaborative editing with CRBTs then. So you can edit your whatever your plans for the weekend or whatever in a shared chat, similar as you would know this in the web. So, and of course there are games, so you can play chess, you can play Wordle as the image here, or whatnot. So the main advantage or what you can do in the normal web is that all this happens over the already trusted and authorized channel. So there's no need for a login or something like that, because the chat you have in your messenger of your choice is already trusted, and you have already the context with the people. You have encryption, maybe PGP or whatever is used there. So this is already there, and so this channel is already used. And yeah, so here's it also again. How does it work? So I send you an XDC file to a messenger. So this is Delta Chat then, but we already have but there's already another implementation for XMPP Bjoern, which is the conversations port. There's Bjoern that is interested, and they are maybe also doing things. It's not yet clear, so it's all pretty new. So we need to be clear here. And if you think of Delta Chat or Bjoern or Bjoern, so it's all exactly the same XDC. So this format is not bound to Delta Chat. So we are bootstrapping this. We are working on this back a bit, and also Trefit, I just noticed is here also from lots of things with WebXDC. And yeah. So I send you an XDC, you click on this XDC, I click on this XDC, and on each of our devices, a normal web view opens. So what you know of on Android, iOS, so it's a normal web view, and this web view is in that way special that every network traffic is restricted. So you can do anything in this web view, so you can execute HTML and JavaScript and whatnot, even WASM or whatever is possible. You can use frameworks of your choice and so on and so on. But you cannot do any networking. So this is a huge difference to what PBAs are doing, or also Telegram is doing, or WeChat in China, and so on. So with XDC, everything needs to be in this XDC file that should be run. So there's no chance to download anything and so on. And this is sounds like a restriction at the first place, but it's also about, or mainly about, privacy. So there's no chance that any information you write in, so you add to an XDC and it's a link to some channel. So you can. So there's no need to trust in a huge scale this because WebXDC is running in the sandbox. So I mean, every web page is running in the sandbox somehow, but so it's also running in the sandbox. Plus, there's no chance to download things or to send anything out. The only exception from this not sending out is through the existing channel that the messenger provides. So if we have a group of 3 people, so example Delta chat, so WebXDC can only communicate to the other peers by sending a normal email, if you will, to the existing peers, to the existing channel. It's the only way to communicate. And when we call these updates, so it's, if you will, the new state of an app. So if you have a chess game, it's the figure is going somewhere else. If you have a calendar, some event is added. This is this update is basically a JSON with some information. This is only delivered via the existing channel, so which is already trusted and encrypted by whatever means. So maybe HTTP case of data chat, maybe forward secrecy or so, in case of XMPP, so whatever there is. So this is how it works here. Yeah, and what is it not? So we already said, so there is not any server deployment required. So if you now maybe about WeChat, so you have to Telegram if you want to do something similar. You have to register your app at Telegram is the godfather, the godfather. In China, of course, you also have to register things. There's no need doing this for WebXDC. So the only thing is, so everyone can create an XDC, so which is a zip file asset with index HTML and assets in, and send it to any chat that is supporting XMPP. So there's no need to register anywhere, or you do not need servers. It's just peer-to-peer, and no one even knows that it's an app that it's currently used there. So there's not even a way for outside observers to notice that an app is in use, or it looks exactly like images or whatnot. So WebXDC does not require any kind of logins. Yes, so this is our slogan a little bit. No logins, no coins, no platforms. So exactly what is the selling point of many other things is what we are not want here. So and you can try this out later on. So we have a webpage, webxdc.org, where you find many of the information I just told you. And plus you can have the chance to get an account there, and there's also there are many apps and so on that can be used. So for today, so hands-on. So any questions so far, maybe, or so.
Any questions? Anyone?
No.
No? Looks like...
It's a bit complicated, so there's no feedback. Also not sure if I'm am I too fast or if I understand.
No, it's all good, all good.
I can't, it doesn't look like my microphone is working.
I think there are no questions, and everyone was following.
It should take a moment to...
No, I think it's not that. It's just my microphone again doesn't.
WebXDC is currently running in data chat. It's currently, so this is already there. No? So data chat it's since 1 year or so. And Bjoern is for conversations, XMPP client that also had support built in. And as mentioned, also Bjoern is interested in, and they have made something.
Oh, look, it's really,
if you want to try this out now, so I mean,
that's good.
Totally sure what we should do now. We shall just try it out. So
yeah, maybe.
So if you have a phone or a computer, so maybe you already have data chat installed. I don't know.
Data.
But otherwise, we can go to
Delta chat.
delta.chat. So
why do we need that?
Can you use your microphone?
Can you use any chat?
To say something?
Maybe.
If you want to say something?
Do you need any chat? Can you use any chat? Sorry.
No.
Experimental login there. So this is what you are currently
What's going to happen?
So you can log in there if you have installed Delta Chat.
Let me try to unmute
Just an
first.
invented email address, so no need to use your real email address and enter a random password and you get an account there. So this is
Can you hear us, Bjoern?
story.
Can you hear us?
Sorry?
Can you hear us? Well, there was one question.
Okay, no, I did not hear the question.
One question from me would be just. One question from me, if you can hear, would be I just scanned the QR code and I'm in a chat room, but it tells me I have to wait for a device to reply and I can't chat anything. But maybe that's normal.
He couldn't hear us.
Can you hear me? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, but it's quiet and also outage this for 2 or 3 seconds, so it's very.
Oh, I see.
One question. I just joined the chat room and I can't write anything. It tells me I have to wait for. Oh no, it's resolved. Okay, I think I can write now.
Okay, so it takes a second.
Yeah, it's good that, yeah.
Are you muted?
I'm not even in.
So you already managed to log in somehow.
Yeah. You guys still.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
What are you supposed to do with that QR code? Oh, I see, you're supposed to install Delta Chat.
Yeah, I have Delta Chat installed, so I can try.
Okay, let me, well, just follow you, I don't know.
Yeah, I can.
More software. Have one of these.
You got your playing stuff on. Yeah, of course, because it's there. I can't be here. I can't be here.
Ina, you're still connected. Please mute yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that.
I'm sorry, we cannot turn the volume up to without having a cycle.
Okay, so what is now? What do I have to
Are you muted?
Yes.
Your microphone.
Yes.
Okay. Then we can hear.
Okay, so can you hear us? Can you hear us?
So start a little bit serious. For example, I just now sent.
It's this one all the time.
Delta Chat.
We heard ourselves even though when you were there. You heard it once.
Okay, what's going on?
I don't know, another chat, man. So, are we still on?
I'm just recording, Alex. You are the one who should.
Where's the audio? It was there. Who turned it off?
It's not turned on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we can hear. And I opened the other.
The editor, not sure. I think it was
Uh-huh.
the party version. So we are currently working a lot of these on some apps, and the editor I just sent is probably not working, but they are so also one of the core developers to send some nicer stuff to this chat, so we can. So there's already one. Yeah, this one is working. Yeah. And yeah, and for the chat also. So
It's not
not sure how
mute.
long it takes today, but the chat is meant to be used also the next days as well. So in case you are trying out things with WebXDC or whatever practices, there are
Right.
folks in there that can help you and give you advices and so on. So it's not only these 50 minutes or whatever we have now. So maybe you now, if you start coding or trying things out, you will have questions and so on. And so this is what yeah.
Can you hear us? So far things... Oh, perfect. So yeah, so far things seem to work. I'm also inside the Delta chat channel, I see, and I can open the app. And I see others. That's pretty...
Cool.
But which one should I open? Like, because there's now 3 apps already.
What is the question again?
So if I want to try out, like, I open now, for example, the tiny yurts, but how can I see somebody else? Like, they would also need to join, I guess. Can I somehow see who's using currently which app?
It depends on the app.
Okay.
So it's totally up to the app. So the app can know this. So for example, so if an app opens, it's opened, it can send messages out. And for example, it could send out a message so I opened this, for example. So I'm here now. I'm Bjoern, and I just opened this app. And if then another app receives this message, it can exactly display this, for example. But it's totally up to the app. So there's nothing we are controlling or showing users that are currently open the app or so. So this is up to the app. For example, if you have a chess tournament game, it could be that someone is offering a game and say, okay, I want to play chess, and the others see, okay, there's someone waiting for playing a game, and
this is complicated.
then you can join and so on. But this is completely up to the app. So and it's also that this is important for mailing lists, for example, but also for normal groups. The apps do not get the whole member list or so. So they can really only see other people that are interacting with the app. And only if the app signals that if the app also sending, I mean, they are the same app is running on 2 devices. And if this app says, okay, I opened, I announce myself, and then the same app on another device will receive this message, this update, and can display it somehow. So it's up to the app how to do this.
Okay, that makes sense. Can you still hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm wondering how do you achieve that? Like, so that it doesn't communicate with the internet and all these, like, what's necessary to do all of that? And a second, maybe, if I'm using a calendar app, where does the data get stored?
Yeah.
And if somebody sends me maybe the same app somewhere else, or again, is it the same calendar? Can I download my data, export it to something else?
Yeah.
Make it
So this is
silent.
a bunch of questions. So the first was what was the first question? What you write, but it's a bit lost.
Yeah, so the first question was, how is it technically achieved that, because there are many ways maybe to communicate with the internet, and all these ways would probably need to be blocked.
So let me first answer this question, and then the next one. So yeah, it is done without communication to the internet, as you know this internet. So there's no HTTP, no FTP, no WebRTC, nothing. So all this is forbidden, restricted, and for the assets the app is using, this all has to be contained into the XDC itself. So all code that is needed to run an app must be shipped together with the app. So if you have, for example, the calendar app that Simon was just posted, so there's an index HTML in, there's some style sheet in, some images, some framework. I don't know what exactly was used there, if it's JavaScript or React or something in between, whatever can be used, whatever exists can be used, but it needs to be shipped with the app. So for these assets and all this, there's no need to access the internet. And the communication itself between the peers, there's a WebXDC.js file that needs to be included in your JavaScript somewhere. And if you if WebXDC app wants to send out an announcement, for example, I opened the app and I want to show others that I have opened this app. So then this app has to include this script, WebXDC.js, and there's where the magic, if you will, happens. So this WebXDC.js is not included in the XDC itself, but it's provided by the messaging app. So if the app then says send update to say, okay, I'm here, this goes to the WebXDC.js, that gets a JSON, and then this JSON is sent over the normal channels as a normal email or a normal XMPP message or whatever. So encrypted, trusted, and so on and so on. So this is the only way to send things out. And the other direction, so it's the same. I mean, it's peer-to-peer on all devices are exactly the same apps are running. So even the same word. And if the same app wants to send out something, the app will also wants to receive something. And for that, you have to register a listener. So as you usually do this in JavaScript with some callback and so on. And this listener is executed, so it's called for every update that is received by another instance of another peer of the same app. So this is how the communication works without the internet as we know this usually. And yeah, was it?
I have an additional technical question. How does the JavaScript then communicate with the app? Like, I need this WebXDC JavaScript thingy, but what does it do?
I mean, there's a bridge between, so for example, in Android, let's, for example, for DeltaJet, we have a core written in Rust, so all the messaging layer is not even going through Java, but through Rust. And this WebXDC.js gets these messages, and there is some bridging between the JavaScript part from the web view that picks this JSON and then sends it locally to whatever is needed to get the message really out.
And so, how does this bridging work? How does the bridging work?
This is first of all, this is not needed to understand WebXDC. So this is I mean, this is if you're really interested in that. So there's some bridging example code on WebXDC.org where we have linked the bridges we've done for Java, for iOS, or Swift, for Electron, and I think also XMPP did some stuff there. So it's really platform dependent. For example, in Java, you can bridge from JavaScript to Java by having some special Java classes that are then also visible in the JavaScript land. So on iOS it works completely different, and I don't know how it works on desktop. So this is really implementation stuff. So,
okay.
So this is so from the view of the WebXDC itself, it can just assume I can send called send update from JavaScript world, and this goes over the normal channel routed to the other end of the app or the other device. And however this works in between, this is implementation specific.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It is also yeah. I did this for iOS a little bit and for Java, but this is also a little bit of I'd say it's hard. It's the hard stuff. So also Trefet here in this chat I just seen I did lots of work there, and happy that this is done and this is working. And this is also tricky. Also, you can imagine this restricting of internet traffic. So having a web view that is not allowed to access the normal internet. So this was also quite some work. And we also did a blog post about this and which problems there were on the way and so on. So this is not so. It was not so easy as one would think that it is. So, but at the end it worked out. Yeah. Yeah. So there were more questions. So there was this how the storage is and so on. So this was one I noted down. Yeah. So I can just try to answer. This storage itself. So these updates that are sent out, they are not forgotten. So they are persisted. So if an app starts, it gets all the past updates again played back. So this is one kind of storage. So if you imagine you have a chess game and you have both peers make some moves. Each move of a chess figure is an update. And these updates are played back fast, of course, every time you open the app again. So this has the big advantage that if you start developing an app, so it's super easy to have always the same state. So all you have to do is to listen to the updates, to define yourself. No? So there's no need to think a lot about the future. So you can just send a JSON update, invent whatever you like, because all peers are running exactly the same version of the app. So if you change your JSON for whatever reason, all apps will also change. No? So there's no need to think too much, if you will, about this. Of course, if you're a good programmer and for other reasons it makes sense, but you can just say, movement from here to there and so on. And if you close the app and open it again, you will play it back automatically. This is also what the magic of this WebXDC is. You will get exactly the same state.
How does it?
When this update was reset. So this is one way of persisting data. Of course, this is not for if you want to if you have millions of records installed, then you will get into troubles because it's just too much. But for many things, it's already fine. So if you if you think of a calendar, for example, I had an event, send an update from this peer, the other peer gets this update, gets this event, and of course, if I close this app and this app opens again, it wants to see exactly the event again. So there's a big advantage on just replaying, just doing the same. So there are some methods, so that you don't have to update things and so on, so you can differ from the app between past updates and new updates and so on.
How does it guarantee the order? Like if two people do moves basically at the same time and there's like a slow network, how do both peers end up with the same order of moves?
This is also up to the app itself. So the layer doesn't guarantee message ordering or something like this. So if it's important for you, you have to be careful with yourself. So for example, in case of a calendar, it's really not important. depends a bit what your calendar is doing. So if you think about so it's up to the app. We prototyped things with YJS. You've heard about this. So this is also a CRVG thingy where you can easily synchronize the state between devices. And this is an easy way to have a shared state where every peer is see exactly the same thingy, independent of the order where messages come in. But it depends a bit. So you can use this YJS, but you can also use AutoMerge, or other things. And of course, there are also many apps. I mean, if you look at the demo apps we have, most of these apps do not have YJS or AutoMerge or whatever. So, for example, also the calendar, it's not needed. For them, it depends on the app. If it's the end of the world, if things come out of order, or if it's just okay. So we do not. So WebXDC does not define this.
Okay, thank you.
And for storage, it's also with the peers. This is the one thing, and then there are the normal storage methods that are available in the web queue itself. So you can use local storage, as you know probably from other things, and you can also use index. Also called IndexDB or so. I don't know exactly. So these are the normal things that are available for storing things there. And but these things are not synchronized, of course. So not automatically synchronized across other peers. So for example, you can use local storage. I mean, if you have a switch for dark mode or light mode or some font size or so things that are device specific or so, you maybe don't want to share this, or if you have maybe an editor or image editor and you want first prefer things locally but still have the same state again. If you reopen the app, for example, if you have a poll app and you define questions and answers on things, and you want to prepare this and leave and re-enter the app, but all without having sends out to other peers, and then there's a send button, and then only the state is shared, and not before. But also this is totally up to the app. We have defined on WebXDC.org, if you click through, you will find the documentation there, and there you will also find which things are supported by WebXDC. So if you will guarantee that these things are working. So we are a bit so we are at the beginning we are not allowing too many things, and we are opening a bit wider. So to not
a scary message.
Add too much burden to all implementations. So for example, we for example full screen things like that. So as we now have seen, okay, this normal JavaScript thingy that is normally done for full screens work. So we define that and say, okay, it's okay to use this and so on. But at the first place, we were a little bit more conservative and with what we would recommend. Of course, you can do anything, but we cannot guarantee for all things that they work. So this IndexDB, for example, was also not at the very beginning. Was also a thing where we said, okay, not sure if this is working everywhere, and then we tried it out and maybe tweak things here and there, and so that we could say, okay, this works. Also things like I think it's currently things like this confirm or prompt or these basic JavaScript things are also not. It's also not totally clear if they work on all platforms and so on. And AR also this and whatnot location, and there are so many, there are tons of frameworks, modern browsers, and the question is which do we want support, and which do we definitely not want support, and which are nice to have, and so on. So we are a bit cautious there and say too many things. So assume it's not working, and if the basic things you for displaying things on screen and so on. And also there's a size restriction, so we want the WebXDCs not to be tens of megabytes large, much smaller for various reasons. Also to figure out how small we can get. So at the very beginning, 7K, it's only 64K, so meanwhile it's 10 times more. And but this is a bit artificial, this thing is so yeah.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions? We're currently, like those of us that haven't like discussed other stuff, have, I guess, played around with it and explored.
Yeah, so if it's, I think, not sure, so I think I assume there are all developers sitting around, and there's also the Wizard Amigos logo and so on. There's this JS thingy, the wizard is so this magic stick there and so on. So I assume this is all. So you are probably pretty good at all this stuff already. And so we have one thing that shows, I think, pretty nicely how this is working. And this is the one, this hello.
Well, like one of the apps? Or what? Uh-huh. Is there a link?
I think.
I'm just posting this link. So
Okay.
it's,
Yeah, we will.
I'm not sure where to post it because
In the chat,
If you put it into the Discord chat, I think it will live past the call, right?
I had a feeling I was thrown out of this video last time I tried, but I will try again. And yeah.
There's in the Discord. There's also channels, so you can put it in a channel that sounds fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can still hear you, so it seems you can also still hear me probably.
Yes.
Yes.
So okay, cool. Yeah, so I just posted this
Link.
this link here. I can also show you.
Where is it? Where is it? Portugal.
We will check out the links. It's kind of hard to both have the call and play with things.
Directly in Portugal?
Yeah. And
you're not showing up. Wow, what a delay. Okay. Cool.
Okay. But I think
but also do a little. So I'm not sure how many time do we have.
It's the last talk, and so far, yeah.
It's the last talk, but like the connection. I mean, we have two laptops with two different internet connections, and one is stable but cuts out, and the other one is really choppy. You can try.
Storm. Yeah.
I'm not sure what we will see, like how much.
But I mean, the screen share is still working. Yeah? So
Yes, but we see a slide.
Share.
Yeah, we see currently the slide with the QR code.
There's no. This is maybe interesting, the last one here. So there are some comparable things like PPA, you probably got this, and also the apps from Telegram or WeChat. So the main difference is that these PVAs, for example, are not self-contained, and Telegram or WeChat, you cannot really choose your frameworks. So this is the biggest difference there. But I want to let me share the other screen Wait. So you can now see this code here probably now.
It's a little bit small though. If you can maybe zoom in or something, Control Plus, I don't know, that would be helpful. Oh, yeah.
Just make the window wider, then the text will probably also be bigger, or maybe
So this, yeah,
like
maybe like this. It's not so much. It's just.
Yeah. This is the best so far.
Somehow experience. So this should be readable now. So.
Yeah, kind of. If it could be even bigger, better, but it's kind of on the border. It's okay.
we'll look at a link. I mean,
Okay.
But it was readable, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So I just want to maybe we can go quickly through this. So our minimal XCC would look like. So we have lots of examples using npm and TypeScript also. So if these are the frameworks, the tools of your choice, then it's probably better to go with that from the start on. But you can also do this with vanilla JavaScript and without any frameworks, without complicated stuff. So if you will, something like even a guy that was using JavaScript in the 90s will just remember and have an idea about what is going on here.
I have one question.
Yeah.
So I see only one script at WebXDC. I assume that has to be custom, or oh, you can scroll down. There's more, I guess. Sorry. Okay, carry on. Never mind.
Sorry. That's more. So let me shortly explain what's going on here. So this is an HTML file. So the minimal WebXDC is really only one index.js, index HTML. So there's not more needed. So to have a little thing working. And the main part is this one here. I think you see the highlighting here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is including of this WebXDC.js, and so this file is provided later on by the messaging app itself. So by data chat, by Bjoern, by Wire, by whatever the implementation is. And this also for data chat differs between Android and iOS. They're doing different things, but they are all providing the same interface for the JavaScript part. So then we have here something like this is all you know. So we have a little form here. So what this app is doing is a mini chat app in a chat app. So maybe yeah.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
As a developer, am I writing this HTML file, or is that generated?
yeah, you are.
But then I have a question. The WebXDC.js, is that a script that is supposed to set up the environment to not be able to communicate with the outside? Because if that's the case, what if I add my script before that WebXDC.js file? Maybe I'm misunderstanding it.
No. Then the answer is no. The WebXDC.js is not responsible for restricting.
Ah, okay, sorry.
This is so the whole index HTML you see on the screen here now is already run in a sandbox that has limited internet traffic, so no internet traffic at all. So you can and this also only works because so all you can do here is to reference things that are in the file itself. So you can use relative paths, so you can have a style sheet or whatnot in a file, but all of these files have to be inside the XCC. And this WebXDC.js, this is a file that is provided by the implementation lab. So and this is so this is a little bit of some. It's not interesting. So the interesting part is here. So this send message here. So if you look at this, so it's a little channel. So maybe you can also post it to the test chat then. What is interesting here is now this window.webxdc.send update. So this is what this WebXDC.js creates this WebXDC object in the window namespace, and there you have a function that is called send update, and this takes any JavaScript. So whatever you do here is mostly free. No, so this part here is free, and so you say payload, and then you can do whatever you like to send that. So you can send a message that the user just typed in, and anyone. So, and in this case, there's one input field, and you can type in a message, and this message is this here. It comes from this message document, get element ID, blah blah. But what you're also sending along is the name of the sender. So I say it's so we send name and message in our payload, and the other peers. Are using registering an update listener. So they are getting exactly this update. So what is here in this update is exactly what is sent out here. So this is the same stuff. So I send here any JSON out, and I receive it here.
And that's the.
Then what is.
And that's the only way for the app to communicate with the outside, and all the other ways are completely shut down. So that's the. But
it's the only way.
Still, one question I didn't understand is how you set things up. So you have an HTML file that the app developer created, and it also references a WebXDC JS file.
Yes.
But if I have an iframe, or if these apps run in some sort of sandboxed iframe, I assume that the index.html file is not the thing that is actually running in the iframe directly, because there has to be something that runs before to sandbox the environment. For example, what you said, these WebRTC connections, those 500 or whatever else is necessary. And then afterwards, somewhere, this HTML has to be executed. Where and when does that happen?
So I mean, this is also the implementation details. So for example,
yeah, true.
iOS,
I'm just curious.
It's not needed to have an iframe. So there's really this index HTML that comes from this XCC that runs directly in the iOS sandbox, and there's nothing else around. On Android, we had to use an iframe for this fill 500, what you just mentioned. So it's a little bit complicated. It's not. It doesn't mean anything for the WebXDC itself. It cannot get out of this, even if it's an iframe. So it cannot get out of this iframe.
Okay.
This is satisfying now.
Maybe another question: is there a way that I could use WebXDC in a normal, let's say, Firefox or Chrome browser and execute it and have the same sandboxing?
You cannot have the same. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. So
okay. Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, you have all this, all this CS, whatever. You probably know this better than me. CSP or restriction where you can have an iframe, for example, and say, okay, all traffic is limited, for example. So it could be done in theory also. Probably, yes. did not do this yet. What we did is we have at least two kinds of emulators, so that you can develop your WebXDC app. So inside the browser. So for development, you do not need Delta Chat or Geogram or whatever. So you can just do this in Firefox or in Chrome or wherever you like. So if you look at this fellow app, there's also a little README that directly says to you, so you can just open this index HTML in a browser and you can see things chatting then. I mean, if I do this here now, so. Yeah, there's no link here, for example, but let me.
So do you mean there's this link to a simulator?
Yes, I think it's not. So we are currently rewriting all this documentation. So this is
all right.
This is a thing that is currently in progress. No, it's code work on. I think for the calendar, WebXDC card. So. Yeah, so for example, this is the calendar, and here is an online demo. You can see this, even if it's small, probably, no? And here you have suddenly the whole calendar. So this is exactly the same stuff that would run on your phone or in your desktop app or whatever. So yeah, so just running in a browser, so that you can much easier develop things, no? And yeah, so.
So this one is. This one is for developing or simulating or testing, but it's not.
It's for developing.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily as secure as maybe once when I run it in Delta Chat or somewhere where it actually runs in production. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. So this so this is not restricted, for example. So this is maybe it's possible somehow. I mean, there is also another more advanced tooling that where you can have multiple XDC windows in your browser window, so you can really much easier check this communication between peers. No? So you can have three peers of this calendar and create an event in one, and you see them on the other ones and it works and so on. And this is also possible in a restricted way here. I cannot show you this here because here in the corner is something like add peer, but that would open then a new window and I cannot easily show this on this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Screen here.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but yes, but this is these tools are currently only for development. We are not saying that these tools have the same guarantees that Delta Chat or Geogram or whatever provides. I mean, WebXDC is only a specification of some format, if you will. So the and the specification allows the implementers to restrict internet and so on. So, but at the end, it's not a library and so on. So that we are providing. It's only the specification, and it's up to the implementation. So Delta Chat, XMPP, Bjoern, to make this to make this secure and to not break things and so on, and only allow this trusted channel and so on. But on the other hand, this format of XMPP, which is really simple, and makes it also comparable easy to do this. So if you look at the implementations of WebXDC and data chat, or also in XMPP, Geogram. So it's really only a few hundred lines of code. So compared to the impact we have with all these apps and all these toolings and games and whatnot. I mean, there are lots of games now. You probably have seen this in the chat.
Yeah.
So it's comparable. Few code. So this was quite some impact. Yeah. And of course we want to have this tooling nicer. So we want to have a nicer emulator. We want to have and so on and so on. But currently we have what we have. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's an interesting overview. I mean, also thank you for the links. Maybe we should then just try in the next days, or maybe at least I will try to play around and maybe build one. Oh, I think also somebody sent now the links to the simulator in the Delta chat.
Cool. Yeah, maybe the simulator. Maybe also this hello would be interesting to see this hello world thingy from here. So the same app. So I'm sure that's. I can also send this exactly this app. So you see, I mean, this is also this. It's very few code. I mean, it's really only 60 lines of code, and you have a peer-to-peer messenger in a messenger. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Some stuff, and plus, I mean, lots of the code is boilerplate. So this what you would normally not need, or have some tooling React or whatnot that is doing this. So most of this code is only because we don't want it to showcase some certain frameworks here.
What happens if I don't include the WebXDC?
Yeah, and if you try things out, so be anytime welcome to talk to this chat. So you can.
Oh yeah.
And I'm also there the next days, and also happy to answer more specific questions, or we can even do a little talk or so again. So happy to do this. And there are in this chat are also quite some other guys in, so that are happy to answer questions or
All right.
Also, you can share this. You can also share this. So not at large scale, but with your friends and so on. This method of getting into data chat. So by inventing email address and inventing a password. So this is also the next thing that might play up somehow. So we are currently experimenting with this. So also, you're also welcome to share this with your friends or so. Maybe not on Twitter, so.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. I think that was all the questions we had, and I guess we have to read a little bit more and play around with it. But thank you very much for presenting all of this in such great detail.
I hope it was understandable a bit. No? So could you got some idea, or was it too unstructured? I don't know.
No, it's actually quite good for, especially the example code is quite simple, and also the concept of having like an event listener and a way to send a message, and then it's just kind of broadcasted to all the peers in the chat. Like that's a good model to, like, it's a simple enough model to think how to build apps around that. So yeah, we have to play around with it a little bit, I guess.
As I said, we are.
Yeah, we have to play around with it a little bit. Get creative, I guess.
It's also one of the ideas. I mean, we have quite some developers, so now of our own, that are not, if you will, not great coders or so, but they just know a little bit of and can pick up this hello example, for example, and make things out of this by just rewriting it and adding around and so on. So you can really do this without knowing much about. You don't have to deploy a server, and all this is not needed. So yeah, we are there are quite some apps we are seeing. So we have some internal chats, so also with our test users and so on, from people who are not that deep into development. They have just some idea, and now they have this WebXDC tool where they can suddenly make their ideas working, having on one's phone and the other phone of my friends, and you can just send them some stuff and can just start with this. And so this also enables things. But yeah, we are currently on reworking on this documentation and so on, so we get a little bit more structured. And
Okay.
Yeah, then thanks a lot for letting me talk.
Yeah, thank you for presenting it all to us. And thank you extra much, for the cute WebXDC Wizard Amigos logo. That's really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, it was your logo, so it was easy to.
I mean, a sticker. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, maybe next time or so. Is it every year?
No, it's usually every year somewhere else. Last year it was in Wales, in Snowdonia. The next year might be we don't know actually yet, but like it might be in Poland, but it's not. Maybe it's also in Germany. I don't know. We'll see.
So maybe
if you want to join, you can also have a vote and suggest a location.
I would be happy, but I don't know what exactly is. So
yeah.
The next event for us is the CCC in Hamburg. So I'm not sure if you are there or you are there.
When is it?
It's between Christmas and
Oh, so you're talking about of the Congress. Maybe, yeah. I mean, we have some plans and we have talked about, but we're not entirely sure yet.
So I live nearby, so I will be there definitely, and I think there are quite some more folks from the people you also met at camp will be there.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I imagine. All right. So yeah, then thank you again for presenting WebXDC and Delta Chat, and hope we'll be able to build some cool WebXDC apps, and who knows, maybe even like some sort of new environment where we then just use WebXDC. So people can execute WebXDC, but we'll have to see. That's a bit more effort.
So and as said, ask any questions in this chat, and also
we will.
So the chat is also there. So it's there, and you can ask there. And
that's perfect.
Also, once it's later the party or joins later on there. So yeah, again, thanks also again. So greetings to Portugal and to Wizard Amigos Code Camp. So yeah.
And greetings to everyone in Delta Chat. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.